All right, so the Rams beat the Vikings yesterday, and the Rams they were favorites in that game. But I think that having Sean McVay, like people underestimate the necessity for a great coach in the NFL and how he changes the culture, and he could turn the team around in a season. And like when you look at Mike Tomlin, like the Steelers had no business being how good they were this year, but since they had Mike Tomlin, then that helped them out. But obviously, players win you Super Bowls and championships and everything, but that coach can like change your whole culture and discipline and all that stuff. So Mike Tomlin, a great coach. Sean McVay yesterday showed he's a great coach, and because even like years when Aaron Donald retired, people thought that he wasn't going to be able to make it back to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs in general. And like I think he's like a year off, and then like the year after that, they got back to being in the playoffs. But obviously, another thing is like when a good quarterback comes up and is available in free agency or like via trade. Because I know as soon as the Lions said that they wanted to get rid of Matthew Stafford, they wanted to part ways. The Rams didn't even blink. They traded first round picks and players and whatever. That's why to me it's kind of frustrating when you're a fan of a franchise and they never take certain chances or they never do things. Like I remember like 2 years ago, Lamar Jackson was up for like a trade, or he wanted to see what his market value was, and I'm like, any team should offer him whatever he wants. Like if he wanted a full guarantee contract, give him that contract, because there's not many players in the league that can change your franchise the way that he can. So I don't know. I think sometimes GMs in general are too hell bent on saving draft picks when you don't know if that player's going to hit. When you got a proven commodity right there, especially a quarterback, because that was hard to find. There's only so many superstar quarterbacks in the league. So I'm just saying that game yesterday just showed the difference between a great head coach and a good playoff quarterback versus a non-experienced quarterback and an okay coach. So Sam Darnold had a great regular season, don't get me wrong, but in the playoffs it's a totally different beast. And you can see it last week when they played for the All-In game versus the Lions. He played kind of bad, and I actually picked the Vikings to win the game, so I'm wrong on that fault. But yeah, I think other teams could take direction from what the Rams did. Just because a few years ago they traded like all their first round picks to win, and it's like, who would you rather be, the Rams who won their Super Bowl and they're in the playoffs and the divisional round again, or like the Jaguars who've been picking in the top three of the draft for the last 10 plus years? It seems like it hasn't really worked out for them, right? So